There are dealerships in Texas right now where the salesmen outnumber the customers 10 to 1, and the brand new 2026 inventory just sits in the sun, losing value by the hour. This is not a slow month. This is an industry that priced itself into a corner and got caught. Using the latest CarEdge Market Day supply data, we pulled the 12 worst-selling new vehicles in America for 2026. Some of these were hype machines 2 years ago. Now, they are financial liabilities with wheels. This is what happens when an industry thinks it can charge luxury money for plastic interiors, kill the features buyers actually want, and tariff its own customers into bankruptcy. Number 12, the 2026 Buick Envision. This one is built in China, and when Washington dropped a 45% import tariff on Chinese assembled vehicles in 2025, General Motors had a choice: eat the cost or hand it to the customer. Guess what they did? The Envision jumped roughly $5,000 in under a year, pushing the starting price to $43,000 for a mid-grade Buick crossover that nobody mistook for premium. GM says they are moving production to Kansas by 2028, but until then, the Envision sits in tariff purgatory with 256 days of market day supply and over 13,600 unsold units. The average transaction price was $47,100. Number 11, the 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Stellantis has been playing the price high and pray game for 3 years, and the bill just came due. The Grand Cherokee L is pushing $50,000 in a segment where the Kia Telluride, Hyundai Palisade, and 3-row Toyota Grand Highlander deliver more refinement for less money. Add infotainment screen failures and service department wait times that stretch into months, and buyers walk. 278 days of supply, 7,300 units sitting, average price $50,500. Number 10, the 2026 Ford Bronco. 2 years ago, dealers were charging $15,000 markups on these things. People camped out. Today, the hype is gone, and the cracks are wide open. Wind noise, water leaks, a stiff ride, terrible fuel economy. And the recall, the APIM module, the accessory protocol interface module, can overheat and shut down the entire center touchscreen for up to 5 minutes while you are driving. No navigation, no backup camera, no radio in a $50,000 truck. The Bronco is at 280 days of supply, with over 34,000 units rotting on dealer lots nationwide. 34,000, average price $47,700. Number 9, the 2026 Dodge Charger. Dodge took the Hemi Vi 8 Outback and put it down. The new Charger runs a 3-liter twin-turbo inline-6 called the Hurricane, makes 550 horsepower on paper, and means absolutely nothing to the muscle car loyalists who bought these cars for the engine note. The base Charger RT 6-pack starts at $52,000. That's a $15,000 jump from the previous generation. There are 309 days of supply, 7,700 units sitting, and an average transaction of $59,800. Number 8, the 2026 Jeep Gladiator. The lifestyle truck segment is cooling fast, and the Gladiator is getting squeezed between the refreshed Toyota Tacoma and the new Ford Ranger, both of which actually function as trucks. A loaded Gladiator pushes past $50,000, and some dealers are now offering 20% off MSRP just to move them. 323 days of supply, 16,300 units on lots. Average price, $50,300. Number 7, the 2026 Chevrolet Blazer EV. General Motors removed Apple CarPlay and Android Auto from the Blazer EV and replaced it with a Google-based system that owners openly call utter trash. Frozen screens, rear camera blue screen failures, and a recall on the parking brake wiring harness that can either activate without warning or fail completely. 329 days of supply and an average price of $49,300. If you're still here, hit that subscribe button. This is the kind of receipt the industry doesn't want indexed in search results. Number 6. The 2026 Nissan Altima. Nissan announced the 2026 Altima is the final model year before the nameplate gets retired entirely. Resale value collapsed the moment that news hit. The CVT transmission has been a documented failure point for years, with replacement costs around $5,500, and the 2.5-liter engine burns oil at a rate that costs owners $60 a month just to keep topped up. 357 days of supply, and the average price is $30,900. Number 5. The 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the standard 4-door, 2 Jeeps in the top 6. That should tell you something about Stellantis as a corporate entity right now. The regular Grand Cherokee is at 365 days of market day supply, a full year. There are 22,500 units sitting unsold across America, the largest raw inventory number on this entire list. Number 4. The 2026 Mitsubishi Outlander. Mitsubishi put a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, making 174 horsepower, into a 3,700-pound family SUV and called it a 3-row. The third row fits a 10-year-old at best. Dealer markups pushed the price toward $45,000. 372 days of supply. Average transaction $37,100. Number 3. The 2026 Jeep Wrangler 2-door. The 2-door Wrangler is now a niche product priced like a flagship. A Willys trim starts at $51,000, and 2026 owners are already reporting powertrain failures and check engine lights under 1,000 miles. 373 days of supply, 9,200 units on dealer lots. Number 2. The 2026 Ford Mustang Mach-E. Ford EV sales collapsed in the first quarter of 2026, with Mach-E deliveries down over 60% year over year. The Mach-E lost its $7,500 federal tax credit, depreciates at roughly 60% over 5 years, and has active recalls on headlight failures and a Blue Cruise rollaway bug. 548 days of supply, nearly a year and a half of inventory. And number 1, the lowest selling new vehicle in America, the 2026 Audi SQ5. Audi completely redesigned this car and made the interior worse. Glossy piano black plastic everywhere, climate controls buried in the touchscreen, MMY software that randomly mutes itself, navigation that shows directions on screen but stops announcing them out loud, and harsh gear changes in dynamic mode on a $76,000 vehicle. The Audi SQ5 sits at 626 days of market day supply, almost 2 years, 12 vehicles, 12 different stories, one identical pattern, stripped features, inflated prices, broken software, and the assumption that buyers would just keep paying. They did not. And every one of these cars is now a financial trap, waiting for the next buyer who did not do the research. This is exactly why people are holding on to old, reliable rigs and treating them like family heirlooms. Think of the 1990s Toyota. With the 5SFE engine, the second generation Ram with the P7100 pump, and the simple, mechanical, unconnected vehicles your dealership does not want you keeping. They are not making them anymore, and these 12 cars are proof of why. Drop your year, make, and engine code in the comments. Let us see who is still driving something the industry cannot take away from you. And if this kind of receipt-pulling, dealer-exposing breakdown is what you are here for, hit subscribe. We are just getting started.